Hey everybody, welcome back to LDRS Creative. We are in studio tonight for another craft class live. What? What are you laughing about? Why are you laughing? What did I do?
When we were counting down, it was live.
Oh.
But I don't know why. The timer must have been off.
Oh, well, no, but what do you mean it was live?
It was funny. I don't know.
All right, so I'm talking to my husband. What was live? Like, did you have the sound on?
Your mic. I didn't have the sound on, but you were live.
How's that even happening? I was watching for whatever.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Sandra, she's like, we can hear you. We can hear someone speaking. You must have the sound on somehow. That's really strange. I mean, it's on now, right? Okay, but anyway, we're going to move on. You must have had the sound on. Gosh, good thing we were behaving.
Oh,
what?
I wonder if your mic is set to your computer.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it? Is my mic set wrong? Oh, it is. The You are correct.
So what were you talking about? Your hair's a mess?
Oh, yeah, my hair is a mess. Yes, it's been raining here for like days. You can see it. It's all fuzzy. I have like the straightest hair on earth. I have no wave, no bend, no nothing. But in this weather, it just gets fuzzy. Yeah, everybody's saying we can hear you. So yeah, so we kind of did like an impromptu, I wouldn't say it's an impromptu. We did a live a couple of days ago for Scrapolate, which is a store in New York. And so our settings were all different for that. And so yeah, I forgot to set it right. So here we are, a minute and a half in, and I haven't even welcomed you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, my mother taught me better. So welcome to everybody who's coming in. Rita Matina, I see you. I see you. What?
Did you flip the mic over?
I did flip the mic over. Okay. So Rita is in from Michigan. I see Dee Robinson Birch. She says, hello. Oh, frizz out. You know what's actually happening? I'm getting it cut. I'm going to get it cut to like here, and it's happening tomorrow. Wouldn't you say it's gotten a little long? I'm not like, 9 or anything. I should get it cut. Who else is here? Annette is in from Shreveport, Louisiana. Wayne is here from the Scrapbook Studio in Tavares, Florida. Hello, Wayne. Tony is in. Tony A. from Long Island, New York. Kelly, welcome to Kelly from Portland, Oregon. Who else is here? Barbara Cohn. She says, I'm forced to use hairspray in South Carolina.
Yeah, really.
Well, I have to use hairspray anyway, otherwise my hair is in my eyes, so I get that. Hello to Charlene, who's coming in from Canada. Kathy DeMaria from Rochester, New York. Hello to Myrna. She said, yes, I was listening to you guys. Myrna's coming in from Florida, from Orlando, I believe. Who else is here? Annette says, oh, looks pretty. Thank you so much, but it is going. It's going to be all over my hairdresser's floor tomorrow morning. It'll grow back if I don't like it. But thank you. Jamie Collins is coming from Michigan. Very nice. Dolores is here from Ruidoso, New Mexico. Oh, I love New Mexico. We need to go back to New Mexico. Hello to Dee says, good evening. E. Miller, she says, downriver checking in. Darla Pinkerton is coming in from Northwest Indiana. We actually have family in India. Where in Indiana? Where in Northwest Indiana are you, I wonder? We've actually got family in Mishawaka. Mary Ann is coming in from Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Alan Hunt says, how short should Angie cut her hair?
Come on, I need some help.
It's going to about here. That's it. That's what's happening. Okay, so he is giving me a little reminder. So hi to Cynthia coming in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Agnes, hello. Yeah, Myrna says not too short. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alan likes really short hair, and yet he married a woman who has never had really short hair. Well, except for when we first met, it was short.
Thank you.
And that was it. Barbara says short hair is better for motorcycle rides, and that's exactly why Alan keeps his hair short. That's the reason. Okay, so I do have an announcement to make. So for those of you that are in Michigan and surrounding areas, we're doing another class, another live class. I'm going to be at Scrappy Chic in Livonia, Michigan. And that's going to be on June 7th. So Linnea, if you will please put up a link to that. I believe they still have a handful of seats available. So if you are interested, if you're in Michigan or surrounding area and you can drive in, or if you want to fly in, it's completely up to you. We're going to be doing a really fun class. We have a new collection that is going to be launching next Thursday. So next Thursday night on our live, I'm launching a whole brand new collection. And that is the collection that we're going to be using at Scrappy Chic for our class on June 7th. So there it is. Linnea has got the link up. So if you want to get registered for that, I would love to see you guys there. So tonight, let's think about what we're doing tonight. Tonight we're actually going to be... Oh, Agnes has been working on my LDRS HSN purchases all day. So much fun. I would love to see what you're doing. Yeah, and what did you get? I'd love to know what you got. So yeah, don't forget, we have a Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group, but please join it if you haven't already. And it's a wonderful place to not only get ideas and inspiration, but we love seeing your projects there. And it's LDRS Creative. It's a Facebook group. It doesn't take anything. There's nothing really required to join. But it is private, so it's not going to go, we don't have, any weirdos coming into it. Let's put it that way. So it's a safe environment.
I think I'm on there.
All right, except for Alan. Okay, so we're going to go over hex. We're going to get started. We're actually going to be doing some hot foiling tonight. We're going to be doing it with some press and foil plates. And it's going to be, what is this? We've got end of May, so we do have like the 4th of July is going to be coming up. So this is a really good time. I mean, there's always, like around here, it's not just 4th of July where we have fireworks. We have people who do fireworks periodically all summer long every now and then. And that's what we're working with tonight. And it's a really, really fun and wonderful set. And I've been saving this one because I wanted it to be closer to the summertime so that we could play with this one. And I'm going to try something out. We're going to see how it works. But we're going to go overhead right now and we're going to get started. Okay. So your kit, if you have gotten one. Now, if you don't have a kit, or a bundle, I should say, we do have them available. If you remember, this is a craft class live. So it's me showing you, teaching you, walking you through projects and showing you how to use our products and how to get the most out of them. Oh, Corrine says, I got the Puzzled Around Town country puzzle. Very cool. That one is almost sold out. I think they only have like about 30 or something like of those left. That one's almost sold out. That was on HSN. It's a really, really cool set. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And Linnea, if you wanted to put the link up to that, please feel free to do so. Oh, hi, Stephanie. Stephanie Sharples is coming in. Oh, and Cindy Morrow is in. Cindy, did you hear my announcement at Scrappy Chic? It's going to be June 7th. We're doing a class. And Rita, but Rita I knew was on. I just saw that Cindy came on right now. So yes, I want to see you. I hope to see you guys there. I want to see you. I'm ordering you. No, I'm kidding. I really would love to see you there. Okay. So anyway, we put these bundles up and to show you like what I'm going to be highlighting. Oh, Sandy says, oh, she got the pop-up bundle. You mean the one with the flip flap? Is that what you mean, Sandy? That's awesome too. It's so fun. I love interactive cards. Okay. So this is what is in this week's bundle. We have the fireworks press and foil plates. Now, let's go ahead and zoom into this, Alan, if you would, please. So I don't want anybody to worry. Like when you see where it says letterpress, all right, and it works with the better press, but it's also hot foil compatible. I don't want you to panic or worry if you don't do letterpress. The great thing about our press and foil plates is if you do letterpress, this is going to work. If you do hot foil, this is going to work. If you do both, you got two options, okay? So you don't have to have a better press in order to use this, all right? Your hot foil machine is going to work beautifully. So we have two of these press and foil plates. I'm only showing one of them here because I have the other one. Actually, I got to turn my machine back on. I have the other one on my glimmer already, and it was heating up, but I talked for too long, and it turned itself off. But we have two separate plates here because I wanted to be able to create my own firework display. I didn't want it to just be like a background that always looked the same, and I wanted to be able to layer them and mix different colors in there as well. So you get a lot of different options when you can work with separate plates. And we also did 2 separate sizes so that some look a little further, or like earlier in the burst, and some look further along in the burst. So it's really, really cool. And then we also have, I'm combining it with the Elegant Sentiment dies. And in this die set, there's actually 8 dies, 4 word dies, and then 4 of the shadows. So we have Celebrate, Best, Warmest, and Wishes, and you can kind of mix those together and create your own sentiments. But I'm going to use Celebrate, and we're going to see how that's going to work. That's this one right here. Okay? So as I mentioned already, did this turn off? What happened?
Let me see.
What's happening?
It's on now.
No, the power.
Yeah.
There we go. That's weird. The power light wasn't on, but I know it was on. It's strange. Okay. Okay, so Agnes says, love this. I need to pick it up. You really should. I think it's fantastic. And I think it's, this is great. This is a wonderful set, not only for, like I said, 4th of July, but all kinds of celebrations. It's great for masculine cards. If you want to have this in the background of a scene, it's really, really cool to do. So we're heating up the other one right now, the larger one. So what else did I bring in? Let me show you what I've got. I brought in 3 different foils. Now these are hot foil, okay? This is not the toner foil. So I've got this kind of sparkly silver. These are all from Spellbinders for the glimmer, but you can use any hot foil. And then I have the gold, which is kind of sparkly and glittery. And then I brought this one in with like the rainbow of colors. So we're going to see how this looks. Like I said, I have not played with this. I've done a little testing, but I haven't designed anything yet. I also am bringing in the pinpoint rectangles, and I think I'm going to cut it with the largest one here just to have a really nice kind of a frame. And what else do I have? I have black, just regular black cardstock. I'm going to see how this is going to work. What I want it to look like is a fireworks display in a night sky. So we're going to see if we can make that happen. And then just a card base, and it's top folding card base. So this was half of an 8.5 by 11. I cut it at 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, and now I have a beautiful top folding card base. I'm going to set that aside, and it looks like the glimmer is heated. So I think I'm going to start with my gold here. So you want to move this over to here, Alan, so people, and then zoom out. Let's zoom out a little bit so people can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of this right now. I am generous when I cut this because if anything shifts, moves, or whatever, I want to make sure that I have good coverage. So you're going to have to zoom out too, honey.
I will.
Okay. So I have positioned, can I do it this way? I've positioned this a little bit off center because I don't like things to be, all right, here's a weird thing about me. I'm like really, really freakishly precise when it comes to whether or not something is perfectly straight or perfectly centered. My eyes see it all the time. Right, Alan?
Yes.
It's like it drives him nuts. However, when it comes to having a focal point, I like that to be off-centered because I think it makes it look unplanned and a little more natural. And so I do have this a little bit off-center. I'm just going to lay this over the top. So I've heated this up already. And I have my black cardstock. And this is bigger than an A2 because I don't know where I'm going to be positioning things. And I want to have options for when I cut it. So I'm going to lay that on there. And I'm going to put, it goes this way. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
That's the heat plate.
No, that's just a shim.
Okay.
Not a heat plate. So, and then I'm going to hit the little timer thing here. And once this timer goes out, I know it has heated up. And in testing this, when I didn't hit the timer when I had everything layered up. And I didn't get as good a result. Your paper is going to make a difference, okay? And for some reason, this paper, it worked better, the cardstock, I mean, it worked better when I had heated everything up with the weight on it. I'm not sure why. I can't explain it. I just know when I tested, it worked better. So we are going to have to be a little patient while I'm doing this today because I'm going to do this a few different times to get kind of a whole burst of fireworks.
The finale.
Yes, the finale. And we do have to wait for this timer each time, so we want to make sure that we get a really good heat transfer of the foil. And I always feel like Jeopardy, like I'm like, watching this doggone timer, which, you know, it's funny. How long is that thing? Maybe a minute. It's like always the longest minute of my life every time. Okay, so I'm going to hand this off to Alan. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, and then he is going to, I'm going to move this now. I never know where the heat is on this. It makes me nervous. So I'm going to move this over and off just a bit. And we're going to wait for Alan. There we go. You can lift that up and then just hand me. There you go.
It's much better if you use
Oop,
this
it just
one.
peeled it right off. Okay, so this is where we are. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Look how pretty that is. Now I do have a little bit of over foiling, and I'm just going to take my mono sand eraser very, very gently and just kind of get some of that off of there. Okay. It cleans that up really well. And for those of you that aren't familiar with it, if you don't have one, you can get these on Amazon. It's by Tombow. It's a mono sand eraser. You want the one for ink, okay? I tell you guys all the time, I have about 6 of these stashed all around my studio. But look at that beautiful transfer of color. So I can see a little bit of green up here still, where I did a little over inking. Or not inking, but over foiling. But look how coral, isn't that gorgeous? So, so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna layer up, I'm gonna see what I can do. Let's go ahead and get this one off. So yeah, let's bring that over. Yeah, bring this whole thing over so people can see what I'm doing. So Alan's gonna get a lot of exercise because now he's gonna walk himself back to where he was. And I'm gonna set, this is my smaller one.
You want to change it now?
Yeah, I'm going to change this to the smaller one, and I'm going to place that off center over there just a little bit. I'm going to let that heat up, and I'm going to move that, ouch, I'm going to move that up just a little bit, and I'm going to trim some of this silver. I'm going to do silver and gold, because I want to have just different looks. Oh, this has got that little piece there of tape. I hate that they put this little bit of tape on here to hold it. It drives me crazy.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It drives me nuts. Okay. And so I'm going to trim this. You want to have really good scissors. The scissors I'm using are actually Tim Holtz scissors, and they are my favorite. I only use them for cutting foil. They're Tim Holtz. They're tonic, and I absolutely love them. I literally, seriously only use them for cutting my foil, and they cut like, it's like butter. So now I'm going to put this over here, and I know this is kind of large, but I'm going to do it anyway. Actually, it's got to go, oof, I'm going to trim this down because I don't want to get too much over foiling.
That's good.
There we go. Place that there. And then, so here, I'm going to place it, I want it to overlap somewhat. So let me think about where this is. I want it to be kind of up in that corner and overlap just a little bit. And then these are going to go down. Keep doing that to me. Stop doing that.
It's the other way around. Otherwise it gets very wet.
All right, so let me hit that button. There we go. And let this sit. Do, 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 do. So let's move this back over. Can you move that back over, honey? While that's heating, because I'm going to actually pull my dies out. Here we go. This way you're not just sitting and watching me do this, you know, sitting and watching me wait. Because that's no fun, right? How many people like to just see me sit there and watch me wait?
Oh, I do. Hours and hours sometimes.
Oh, you know, the tape is always really good and strong, which we like, so our dies aren't flopping around, but you have to be a little careful when popping them out. This is a brand new one because I can't find my other one. And what am I going to work with? I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do gold or silver with it. I kind of like the idea of gold, but then it makes me think of Christmas a bit too, so. How long does this have to be? I know I shouldn't be doing this with scissors, but I am. So it's just basically foil paper. And then I'm going to cut this. Well, Alan is, I should say. Mr. Hunt is going to cut this for me. Just out of silver foil. If I don't like it in silver, then I'll save the silver one for something else. Here, would you run this through? The die cutting machine right there is the plates. Okay, so let's see how this one did. You should probably zoom in, Alan. I need another Alan.
I need one myself.
Ooh, very cool. That looks really cool. Cool Amundo. Okay, for those of you, quiz time. If you want to win a prize,
That's an easy one.
there's
I
one
think you've even done
person
that.
who would, I may have, who would say Cool Amundo? First person to answer it wins $10. Who would say Cool Amundo? I'm looking. Hurry up, man. Get your answer out there. Who would say Cool Amundo?
Besides you.
Besides me. Fonzie! Whose name came first? Mary Ann Cabana. Mary Ann Cabana said Fonzie. Mary Ann, congratulations. You have won $10. It's a $10 gift certificate to LDRS Creative. So Mary Ann, please, if you will send an email to customer service at ldrscreative.com, let us know that you guessed the Fonz, or Fonzie, however you want to put it, and we will send you a $10 gift certificate to LDRS Creative. Congratulations. Thank you for playing along.
Want to zoom in or out? Or?
Yeah, let's zoom in. So now I'm going to do gold, and I think I'm going to try and bring one into this area here now. So let's see. Alan,
Fun.
you're creating a mess, my darling. Okay, so here, by the way, is my Celebrate. And while Alan is waiting, I'm going to give him, actually, I'm going to have you do this in black. You know what? There's some black scrap right there from what we were doing before. Give me the other one. No, the other one.
This one?
Yeah. Underneath. Okay. No, wrong one. Sorry. You were right the first time. Okay. So on this side, no, that doesn't work. All right, never mind. Sorry. You know, sometimes things don't work out the way we planned.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some more black, just solid black. We can trim this one down. So let me trim this. I'm trimming a little piece of black scrap because I want him to cut the Celebrate a few times. It's thin, so I'm going to have him cut the word Celebrate like maybe 4 times in black.
Oh, my.
Okay? So we have the one in silver, which is right here. I'm going to have him cut it 4 times in black, and then for those of you that have been here before, I'm sure you already know why. For those of you that haven't been here before, I will show you why. Okay, so everything is reversed. So if I want this to be down here, then I need to move it onto the opposite side. It's always so fun trying to turn these things. There we go. Oh, for gosh sakes, but I don't want to burn myself.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, this isn't connected. I need you to reconnect this when you put this back in, if you would, please.
I didn't know you were doing another one.
Yeah, I'm going to do several. But if you would just reconnect it instead of laying it there, because I didn't recognize that it wasn't connected. So right now we have to wait again till that platform light there turns green, because it wasn't connected. So first we heat up the platform, and yes, it's heating this up too. But once the platform is hot enough, then I will lay this over the top. But my point was that this is off to the right side because I want it on the left side, because this is going to go this way. So it ends up being the right. So you kind of have to plan that out. And I kind of want this turned a bit. There we go. So, yeah, you just have to kind of think opposites in your head. How are you doing? Okay, that's probably fine. How many you got?
Because I ran two of them into each other.
Uh-oh. Our master die cutter.
And I tried to make.
All right, what? Okay, so he loves when I have him do this. All right, come on, Mr. Light, heat up. This part isn't very fun, I'm sorry. But, oh, thank you, Sharon. I think the colors look pretty cool, too. I love when you see them overlapping. I think they look really neat. Come on, heat up, Mr. Platform. Watching grass grow. So do we have any other quizzes we could do while we're watching paint dry?
I know of one.
You do, well, you want to fill me in? Clue me in on it?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Oh, you've got it, the little tool there. So all these little pieces here need to come out too. See these little things?
Here,
So we're
here,
cutting
give me
out these
some
little
of that.
bits. Nope, all right, so this just came back on. So I'm gonna lay this on here, and I'm gonna do it a little bit lower. So like this one is up here. So I'm lowering it down, and I'm gonna move it over a bit so it kind of goes off the page, and I'm gonna put it here. Ooh, I can't go too far. I'm gonna move it over, just over a bit. I have to make sure that the thing still goes through the machine, right? And it still fits. So I can't go too far over. So it's gonna go like about here. Okay, so let me get my foil. I'm planning it all out because I wanna know where it's gonna be, where I gotta put the paper down. I have to put the foil first. But I think that looks pretty good. It's like right up to that edge. Make sure all that is on the platform. Okay, so the gold is going down. I'm going to trim the side of that off just like I did before. I know this seems a little convoluted, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But this is what happens when it's like real, real time, real life crafting. You're making sure that you're getting everything just right where you want it before you do it, because if you don't, I need these pieces. If you don't, then you make a mistake, and I don't want to make a mistake. I do that plenty when you guys aren't here. I don't need to do it when you are. Okay, so hit the little button for the timer. Mr. Hunt is dealing with all my little celebrates. There's an E here that still has the little thing in it right there. See that one right there? Let me see if I can pop that out. There's that one. There you go. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so he gave me 4 of those. And that was all with this. Let's get these little bits out of here. This is the little celebrate die. All right, so we got all of those. I'm going to leave this here in case we need that celebrate die again. And this is heating up.
Made a huge mess.
Yep, I believe you. You're just going to have to vacuum in here, doggone it.
That's okay.
All right, let's move this. Okay, this is ready. So let's go ahead and take this, Alan, and put this through, if you would, please. While you're doing that, what I'm planning on doing, let me get my, where is it? So here's my reverse tweezers. I love using these reverse tweezers whenever I do all this gluing. Okay, so he's giving me this back. I know, he's like faster than speeding bullet. There we go. Ooh, cool that off. Ooh, Linda Higgins is waiting for a quiz. Oh, Barbara said, don't forget the foil. Needs foil.
I have one. What do Phoebe
Oh,
Buffet,
Sharon is answering questions before we ask them. She says, in case you ask where you live, Michigan. Oh, funny.
I got one.
What?
What do Sheldon Cooper and Phoebe Buffet's songs have in common?
What do Sheldon Cooper and Phoebe Buffet's songs have in common?
Yeah.
That's a great one. That is a great one. What do Sheldon Cooper and Phoebe Buffet's songs have in common? I love that. Oh, Agnes says, does he do dishes too? He does. He actually does.
Not real well.
No, but he does. Cat, Sharon Gullickson. She said cats. Good job. Awesome. They have cats in common. Sharon, you have won $10 to LDRS Creative. You know the drill, darling. Send us a message.
Cynthia said they don't make sense. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, they don't make sense. Singing about cats. Janice says, a smelly cat and a soft kitty. Oh. Yep, I think Sharon was the very first one, though, that said cats. So congratulations. All right, so I'm going to put this on here and see how we did with this. I almost feel like I need to have something else down here, but it might be too much. I think that looks actually kind of cool. What do you think? Do you feel like we need a little something down here?
What if you turn it the other way?
You know what? Maybe a little bit more color up top there. What if I turn it, what, this way?
Yeah, no.
No.
Because you got to put your celebrate somewhere.
Yeah, the sentiment's got to go in here. I think it needs a little burst, little ends of color up here. So,
What if you turn it sideways?
Hmm?
What if you
I don't
turn
want to turn it
that
sideways. Oh, okay. Enough. Stop.
way? I'm sorry.
El Stapo. Okay. I'm going to put, so I'm going to use this large one again. And I'm going to put this one on here right in the center and let this heat up in here. And I think I'm going to do just a little bit of color up at the top here, but I think I'm going to twist, maybe twist this burst a little bit so it doesn't look exactly the same as the other
little
one.
Or the big one?
I'm going to do the big one because I've done the smaller one twice. So I'm going to let that heat up, and I'm going to get the larger burst up here in color again. So I actually don't even need to do the full thing because I'm just going to get the ends of it, I think. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this. And let's move this over here, Alan. All right, so this is back here. So how did I do this before? I had the blue, I had the colors going horizontally. So this time I'm going to have the colors going in this direction here. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm actually going to lower this down because I only want it to be on the top up here. So I'm going to lower this down like this. Do I want that in the middle so much? I want it over, so let me move it over here a bit. Top down here. So I just get the top of it, place this on here, and heat it up. And we'll see how we do. All right, I'm going to slide this over while it heats up. Alan's going to watch that, and he's going to run it through. And in the meantime, I am going to layer up my Celebrate. To at least get the black ones layered up. So this is really thin cardstock, this black is. Am I almost out of this one? Oh no.
A pin? A pin?
I think I'm almost out of this. Uh-oh, do I have another one? Oh, there we go, I have some here. Here it is, I got it. I do need to, these things last a long time. I haven't restocked it in the studio here in quite a while.
I think you got 3 more in your bin.
Do I have some in there?
I think so.
Okay, so let me layer this up. And I always like, when I'm layering up die cuts like this, I like to use a liquid adhesive because it gives me time to kind of smoosh them, together and line them up. So anyway, as I was saying, this is thin cardstock. So the black it's quite thin. So I'm layering up 4 of them. I'm not going to use the shadow, I don't think. But I'm layering up 4 of these. Just to give me some height, some dimension. And we're going to decide once I get this done whether or not I'm going to use gold or silver on top. It's not going to be black. Ooh, whoa, dude. That's a lot of glue right there. There we go. Cool thing about the glue, this glue, is that it does dry clear. So if you get too much, you don't have to worry too much about it. It's going to dry clear. It's not going to mess up your project. All right. So let's move this into place. Too much glue in here, that's okay. Just kind of move it around. The excess is getting all over my fingers. And like I said, it's all going to dry clear. So it's all right. All right, so that gives us a little bit of dimension. And depending on how thick your cardstock is, you may not use 4 of these. You may do 2 instead. All right, so now we have that part of our sentiment. I'm going to let that dry. I'm just going to set it aside and let it go. And right now, look how cool this looks. This is like rockin' cool. I think it looks awesome. Look how fun that is. Oh my goodness. I think that looks awesome. Do you guys like that? Give me an idea. What do you guys think? Do you like that? I think it looks pretty cool. All right, I just have to figure out where. So I think we're done with this, Alan. Okay. I like having that purple and the blue up in there. And I think it doesn't even look like it's like, here we have that turquoise on the side and then that kind of purple and pink. And just by rotating, it made it look completely different. You have these bright bursts of the silver. I just think it's beautiful. I'm really happy with it. So I hope you guys like it. Okay, so next up, we're going to be doing some die cutting. So I need to cut into this. That's always scary, isn't it? Doesn't it look cool? Like, I could keep going and do this whole page. I think it's pretty funky. All right. Let me lay this out on here. I am going to do this a little bit on an angle. I've talked to you already numerous times about why I do that. Because now it's going to go one corner at a time instead of this whole edge, like a big speed bump. And let me see, because this allows me then to like put that word celebrate down here, and now I have that little bit of silver up top. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. Okay. I'm going to lay this down. I don't want to get it, I don't want it to get on the foil. So let's give me this plate. All right, I'm going to hand this off to Alan. He's going to die cut that. And in the meantime, ooh, did you hear that? Pop, pop, pop. In the meantime, I'm going to finish my sentiment because I like it with the silver. And so I'm going to get that silver piece on the top of this. There we go. Yeah, Alan and I, that question about does he do dishes, when we were first together, no, this is a compliment. When we were first together, you know, the deal was, you know, we did grocery shop, we worked together. So, you know, we would, on the way home from work, we'd stop at the grocery store, we'd get groceries, you know, it was just the two of us at the time. And we'd figure out what we're going to have. And the deal was that I cooked, so he cleaned. So now he just says, okay, fine, I won't eat. Which is true. It's true. Because he doesn't want to clean anymore. But no, when it comes to like family gatherings and stuff like that, he literally, you know, I'm doing all the cooking all day, and so he is the one that does all the cleaning. Well, now and my son too, our son does as well. Okay, so this is now a little bit smaller, and you see the white around it, which I'm not in love with. So I'm actually going to take this piece, because the die that I used, this die, for the pinpoint rectangle, is ever so slightly smaller than an A2, because we want you to have that additional edge around the frame of it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this. And this one doesn't have a good corner here, so I'm not going to use that. That'll be the scrap piece that I use for die cutting. 4 1/4. And let's see how I did. Looks like I did a good job. It works. What do you know? You know what? I should probably make sure I like this. Which I do. I think it looks really magnificent. Actually, it looks really cool. I'm so pleased with this. I never know how something is going to turn out. I mean, sometimes I do things and I go, yeah, that looks cool. And other times I do things and I go, wow, that looks cool. This is one of the ones where I go, yeah, that looks cool. I'm very happy with it. Very happy indeed. Let's just line up my edge. If you want, you can certainly, you know, die cut the center of this card out, this beautiful silver mirror card. You could die cut the center of that out if you want to keep it and, you know, and make the paper go further. You can certainly do that. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on foam. Where are my scissors? Here they are. So here's my foam. We had to start a new one a little while ago. Let's see if I can make sure I don't cut my hair as I do this. Oh, it doesn't show good. It's right on the edge. Whenever the roll is this big, it's almost unmanageable. There, that's better. I am going to put 4 of these on here just so I have some, so it's nice and stable in the back. Let's do this last one a little bit longer. Oh, Sharon says, I would rather clean than cook. Sharon, you and I would get along. I would much rather cook than clean. I do not like cleaning, but I like cooking. So we would live well together, darling.
Well, now you got your golden girl.
My golden girl?
Yeah, your golden girl.
Oh.
Just need 2 more.
Ooh. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this a different way. Problem is, because of this mirror thing, I can't really see the edges very well. Just trying to line this up. I think that looks pretty good. Make sure it's straight. Gosh, I hope so. It's pretty good. It's good enough. And I have no edge. Oh, God.
I was going to tell you, but I don't want to do that.
Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Well. All right, hold on.
Put that on the bottom, then we'll see.
No, it's going to drive me bonkers. It'll come off because I didn't push it down. It just takes a moment. So I am removing this. It's just what happens. Happens to everybody, right? I didn't push it down, so it's okay. It'll pop off. It just takes a little bit of work so that I don't crease the card. Pulling straight up. There we go. Let me see where my edge is going to be. Smaller than I thought, obviously. Is this the top? Yeah. Ah!
You need to do that for you?
No. It's just hard to see where the mirror is. Is that better?
Perfect.
My fingers are so... Deep breaths.
Some glue on it?
You know, that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Put some adhesive on this so that it moves around a bit.
Not the whole thing.
No, I want it to slide around. Seriously. Gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Literally. All right, let's see if that helps me a bit. Oh, Barbara said, is that where you read that?
No.
Oh. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I think that is better. Right there. Hold that down. Have a little edge up top too, or at the bottom. I think we did it. Yep, did it.
I'm stressed out.
I know, I'm stressed out too. It's so much easier to do when I can stand over it, and I can't stand over it because I'd have my whole body in the camera.
Then move it down.
Whew. Okay.
All right, and then we make
Now, let me do it this way. This will be easier for placement. So this is going to go like right here, which I think looks so gorgeous. And let me just get some adhesive on here. Come on! There we go. Put the little star in the center there. That's kind of cool looking. Okay, I'm digging it. I think that looks really, really cool. Yay! Ta-da! I really like that. All foil. Look at how that shines. Look at that. Wow. Gold and silver. So these are the three that I used. And I purposely chose the gold and silver that has like those little sparkly things in there. because I think, I was hoping it was just going to show off that much more, and I think it does. But even if you don't have those, I think it's spectacular. And then this rainbow. So you could do this with, like this one I have is a really vibrant rainbow. I think I have another one that's more of a pastel rainbow. But oh my goodness, look at that card. It's like magic. I really love this. I think it's so cool. I made sure that the little star is in the center there. And you know, the thing is, you know, like I said, I started this off with a half sheet of paper because I didn't know how this layout was going to work. And I think it makes it easier rather than starting on an A2 to do all of your foiling, because then you don't know exactly where things are going to be placed. That gives you more freedom for when you're placing the die over it to die cut it. But look at that. Now, if we had just given you, like, you know, one die or one plate that has, you know, an arrangement of fireworks, you wouldn't be able to do all of the different colors or your own layout. You would literally just be stuck with one layout. You'd be able to use one piece, you know, one sheet of foil. Whereas this way, having two dies and in two different sizes, so I have the two big ones are here, right? So the large ones, those two in color are using this larger press plate. It's press and foil. And then I use the smaller one for the gold and the silver. It just gives you so many more options. Marianne's saying, what kind of foil do you use? Everything I used it's all the glimmer. It's all glimmer hot foil, and I use the glimmer hot foil machine. You don't have to use, this is by Spellbinders. It's Spellbinders Glimmer, but there's a lot of different options out there. Different companies have, you know, different foil. Just make sure it's hot foil. You don't want that toner. You don't want to use the foil that you use with, you know, with the toner sheets. Yeah, I agree, Sharon. I love that you can move them around. And this is seriously, this is one of those staple items that you can use, you know, year after year. You can make this, you can do a birthday card with this. I mean, this is fantastic for a masculine birthday card as well. Or if you want to use all girly colors and pinks, and like if you do this all in like pink and turquoise and silver, and you know, it doesn't even have to be on the dark background. You could do this on white, and it could be very girly, or just, I mean, really, you know, how about Happy New Year's? New Year's cards. I just think this is gorgeous. Seriously, one of my favorite cards I've done in a very, very long time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go back to the front. Oh, me and my frizz hair. Oh, my overlong frizz hair. Agnes is asking, what size die machine does it fit? Standard. The glimmer fits through where is it? The platform of the glimmer just fits through a standard size. So it's like a standard die cutting machine, I think, has like maybe a 6 1/4 roughly inch opening, and that's what size you're going to use for the glimmer. Yeah, good graduation card. I agree. Absolutely fantastic. Any other questions? Aqua and pink for a retro 4th of July. I think that sounds brilliant. That sounds beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it is, the glimmer is made to fit the Spellbinders Platinum 6, but you don't have to have a Spellbinders die cutting machine. If you have another die cutting machine, if you have, you know, if you've got a Big Shot, I mean, it just has to be a standard one. It's not going to work if you have, I mean, if you think about like the Crafter's Companion, those are not standard die cutting machines because the opening is so much more narrow on the Crafter's Companion. So those aren't standard. So you have to make sure it's a standard die cutting machine. Let's see if there's any other questions. All right, I don't see any. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you guys so much for being here for this card tonight. I really enjoyed it. It is, I mean, seriously, look at how that shines. It is so cool. So beautiful. I love it. One of my favorites. I've been waiting to do this card. So I love it. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Have a wonderful weekend. 2 reminders. We are, don't forget, June 7th, I'm going to be doing a class at Scrappy Chic. Linnea, if maybe we could put that link up again. Scrappy Chic is in Livonia, Michigan, and they do still have some seats open, so we'll put the registration up there again. I'd love to see any of you that can make it. I'd love to see you. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a brand new release that we're launching next week on Thursday, so that's going to be a release party. I'm going to show you the entire collection. That is also the collection that we're going to be using at Scrappy Chic for the class that we do there. So super, super fun. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Have a fantastic weekend. And it's a long weekend this weekend, I believe. Holiday weekend. Yes, so happy holidays to everybody. And we will see you, I believe it's Memorial Day, isn't it? I think it's this weekend. It all runs together. We work all the time. So anyway, yeah, we will be here same time, same place, next Thursday, 8 p.m., and we're going to be launching, or 7 p.m., I'm sorry, oopsie, and we're going to be launching our new Beach Days collection. So until then, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.